But if I can ask you a question, Ustadh, are there any, I guess, sequence of events that are written to prompt the arrival of the Dajjal? Specific sequence of events. You've mentioned something earlier about the building of the temple.
So, not in our faith, but as in amidst Jewish cousins and amidst the Christians, they have a belief and also a knack to try to force prophecies to eventuate. So, of the things that the Israelites are trying to do, is their belief is, or at least some of them, that if they become worthy of the Messiah will come back. So part of the things that will make them worthy is if they rebuild the Temple of Solomon.
Yes. And you did mention something about the Umran, the people that build Bayt al-Maqdis. If you could walk us through this specific.
The Israelites, so our Jewish cousins, are bent on rebuilding the Temple of Solomon. And we have a hadith with regards to this, that Umran Bayt al-Maqdis kharabu Yathrib, that the building up of the Bayt al-Maqdis will culminate in the destruction of Medina.
Okay.
So when you try to marry this hadith and the beliefs of the other faiths and also see what is happening on the ground today, one of the possible scenarios becomes that the Zionists or the people that are occupying the land of Palestine today will endeavor to recreate the temple.
Yes.
And when it is recreated, they will try to move to their next ambitions, which is the Greater Israel. And because notice that the Messiah to them is a global king, it is not a localized king. Like he will reign over the world.
You've mentioned something very powerful, that those that construct Bayt al-Maqdis, so the construction, of Bayt al-Maqdis, the construction within Jerusalem will prompt the destruction of Medina. So this is something like very new to many of our viewers, including myself. If you can walk us through this, what exactly is this referring to?
Like, what is the destruction of Medina?
What is the destruction of the Medina? What is the construction of Jerusalem? And where is this hadith found, just for our viewers as well?
So the hadith is found in the authentic books of hadith. And I think if anyone even searches, and the word of the hadith is Umran Bayt al-Maqdis kharabu Yathrib. خراب يثرب خروج الملحمة وخروج الملحمة فتح القسطنطينية وفتح القسطنطينية خروج الدجال. Some of the Ahl al-Ilm from the past have declared this as a weaker hadith.
Yes.
But our Shaykh Albani rahimahullah ta'ala classified it as Hasan, and then others have classified it as Sahih.
Yes.
And again, when you see the reality on the ground, there is merit to it.
Yes. Could you just translate that? You've mentioned the hadith in Arabic, if you could.
So the hadith says that the building up of Bayt al-Maqdis. Bayt al-Maqdis is the temple of Jerusalem, or the mosque in Jerusalem, if you like. Literally, Bayt means house, Maqdis from Muqaddas, as in the holy house, referring to Masjid al-Aqsa. So the build up of that will culminate in the destruction or the ruin of Medina. Kharabu Yathrib. And the ruin of Medina will spell out the start of the wars of Armageddon, Malhama, the great wars. And the wars of Armageddon will result in or culminate in the opening or the victory of Constantinople. One is Constantinople, yes. There is a view that Constantine had two cities. One was Constantinople that he built, and the other one before this was modern Rome. So irrespective of how you look at it, the city of Constantine will fall open. And then that will bring in the age of the Dajjal.
Okay.
But it is linked, I believe, on a practical level to the story of Greater Israel. Because the building of the temple will mean that they have got rid of all resistance around Jerusalem, and they have succeeded in building the temple and building up the areas around it, perhaps.
Yes.
And
destroying Masjid al-Aqsa.
Yes. And then with this will come a new phase where they will try, I believe, this is my calculations, that they will try to create this notion of Greater Israel, which to them extends far beyond its current borders. And as part of that, Muslim cities near and around those areas will be attacked. and destroyed. And we have a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam where he said, "Akhiru qaryat al-Islam kharaban al-Madinah." But the last city that they will be able to destroy will be the city of Medina. So we know that it will be harmed and it will be destroyed. And then the other hadith gives an example of what will happen, how the destruction will look like. So the Prophet ﷺ said, لَيَتْرُكُنَّ الْمَدِينَةَ عَلَى أَحْسَنِ مَا كَانَتْ. You will leave Medina, vacate Medina, when it is the best it has ever been. So I read it as the buildings will be intact, the hotels will be there, the orchards will be there. And
Medina right now is very beautiful to go there.
That's right. Yes. So, but it keeps on developing, like as in the works around Medina keep on going. And the hadith says, when it's ala ahsani ma kan, like the best it has been. So you ask yourself the logical question that why have they left Medina? Because number one, the love of the Muslims for the city of Medina is self-evident. Yes. We travel thousands of miles to be there, even for a few days. So no Muslim would forsake it naturally. And then secondly, there's no problem because the verse says because the verse says whilst it's on its best situation. So
it's not physically destroyed.
It's not physically destroyed. Infrastructure is still there. Orchards are there. And another hadith says, لَيَدَعَنَّهَا مُذَلَّلَةً 40 عَامًا. You will leave it and its fruits are hanging low, as in the orchards are all fine for 40 years. So why are they leaving? There's another hadith which gives a hint of what might happen, a possible scenario. And the Prophet ﷺ, he says, you will leave Medina when it is the best it has ever been. And you will leave it for the beasts and the birds. And then the hadith continues that the last two to enter the city will be two shepherds from Muzayna. And he specifies the tribe. And they will come with their flock into the city. And when they come into it, they will see it vacant. They will see it deserted. And there's another reading of this hadith, as in it could possibly mean that when they come into it, their animals will become wild. Like the tamed sheep will become wuhush. So, and by the time they leave the city of Medina and reach Thanayat al-Wada', the limit towards which the guests were taken to in the olden days, like before they left the city, they used to be walked out. This is called Thanayat al-Wada', the place of goodbyes, the point of farewell. When they reach there, both of them will fall down dead. So if you think about it and analyze it, the city is vacant. It is built up so much so that the hadith says that a wolf will come and urinate on the mimbar and no one will be there to stop it. And when the two people have entered it, either somewhere during the time or towards the end of its time, and they walk out of it barely a few kilometers, they both fall down dead. So upon thought and reflection, a possibility is that there will be either chemical warfare used onto the city, as in the air will become toxic, poisonous, or the physical walls and all of that you touch it affects you, or there's a biological
specific towards humans,
or a neurological one in which an agent is used that drives things crazy and humans to death, because the animals, a possible reading is that they become beasts, so they become untamed or crazy. So that is the culmination of Kharabu, the Umran of Bayt al-Maqdis and Kharabu Yathrib.
Okay. And this would obviously then trigger, you mentioned the battles of Armageddon, like post-apocalyptic wars, and then the opening of Constantinople, whether that is
whichever one it is,
and then the arrival of the Antichrist.
That's right. But Gaza, what will happen is that this ambition, this drive, this desire to grow and to recreate a nostalgic past will cause a lot of destructions around. But the Prophet ﷺ told us that the last destruction will be that they will, I am assuming it will be them that they will inflict, that will be inflicted on the villages or qaryas of Islam, as in cities of Islam, will be Medina.
Yes.
So Medina will be the turning point. And this turning point will culminate in the Great Wars. So from the ahadith, what I understand, and there's great scholars, much greater than anyone that we know in person. For example, Sheikh Muhammad Hassan Wald al-Dado, he's of the same opinion.
He's of the opinion of what, sorry?
He's of the same opinion that the destruction of Medina will result in the awakening of the Muslim.